I hesitate, but I put my Nintendo Switch on the counter. I'm at the tech shop and I'm letting go of my childhood. I slide over the video games console and the cashier treats it like any other transaction, cash or store credit. I cried in the shower days before I made the choice to get rid of video games. Not because I had a big realization, not because I was ready, because I didn't want to let go. It was my comfort, it was a part of my childhood. Pokemon, Mario, late nights when nothing else mattered. And I knew once it was gone, there was no more hiding. I used to play Mario Kart and Pokemon on the old school Nintendo DS, and as I grew up, I would play those same games but better graphics on the Nintendo Switch. Gaming wasn't my escape, it was my delay. Every time life felt a bit too loud, maybe it was from my parents screaming, I'd load a video game, not to not to play, but to hide from the pressure, from the silence, from myself. The controller made me feel like I was in control, but my life didn't reflect that. I was winning in the digital world, playing NBA 2K, where I was making my own character. My player had the discipline that I didn't have. Outside, I was behind on everything that mattered, but in the game, I felt productive. I was winning championships while my real life sat on pause. The only experience I gained in real life was distraction. But in the video games, I had so much purpose. I was on quest, I was on missions, I was winning, building my career. But I didn't quit because of discipline. I quit because I found a better game. Not Pokemon, not NBA 2K, but building something that could retire my parents, give my future family, my wife and kids that I haven't even met yet, give us real choices. The ones where we're not living paycheck to paycheck, hating my life because my manager is talking to me with no respect. That's the game now, building the life that I want, the career that I want, not the video game superhero career, but the career now, the one where I wasn't escaping. This life now doesn't run on power ups or booster packs or points or fake money. It ran on focus, habits, and real life wins, which means self respect. I respect myself more than the character that I was building. Imagine, I used to respect myself in a video game. I used to respect my video game version more than I did my real life self. No wonder I didn't like my life when the character on the screen had more respect for me than I respected myself. I didn't trade my future for a fake scoreboard, for fake money. And it's funny, I used to buy fake money with real life money that I was making from my minimum wage job, just so I could feel like a person that I respected. How interesting is that? Getting rid of the Switch wasn't the hard part. Admitting to myself that I was ready was. Again, yeah, I traded in my video games and I got money out of it. I traded it in for £150. But that was. I didn't even want the money. I was broke, but I didn't want the money. I wanted the comfort, the 1 hour of video games every day, the escape. Because my life was crap. I wanted something that wasn't crap. Because my life was crap, I wanted to go into a version of me that was winning championships, that was having an amazing career, that had a lot of money. I wanted to escape into that. And I knew by letting go of video games, I didn't have that anymore. I had to face myself. I had to build myself for real. And it was scary to admit to myself that I was ready to stop hiding behind a screen, stop hiding behind video games, to admit to myself that I was making fake progress. I was pretending that I was making progress because I was winning games, when in my real life, I wasn't making any progress. My life was staying the same, if not getting worse, because I wasn't building myself. So I was finally ready to admit to myself to start doing the real work outside of the screen, to build my real life character, to build my personality, to actually be someone that people want to be around, rather than escape that into a character in the video games, in the video game world, who was likable, who had friends in the video game world, who had a lot of money. The self-respect that I was looking for in the screen, I was finally ready to build that with me. But I knew it was going to be hard because I was starting from zero. Imagine, I was starting from zero in the real world, when in the video game world, I was a millionaire. I had a lot of money, I had a lot of accomplishments, and I was already well progressed. I had a lot of progression in the video games, and I didn't want to let go of that. So start making progression in my real life. And I tried to limit my video games. I used to play for many hours of the day, sometimes half of my days, and then I cut it down to an hour a day. But I still wasn't respecting myself. So I just knew I had to get rid of it completely. You don't need to quit video games to grow, but if something in your life feels off, it's okay to let go of something that used to help you, even if it's no longer helping you now. It's okay to let go of your childhood ways of escaping if it doesn't serve you now. I'm not saying it definitely isn't easy. It sounds easy, right? Go walk down to your technology shop and give in your video games. That's easy to do. It'll take an hour or so to actually do it. But to come to an agreement with yourself, to come to that choice, to become a better person, to come to that choice that once you let go of video games, you are forced to look at yourself completely. That's the hard bit. But now you can build something greater for yourself. Instead of making progress in the screen, you can make and build progress onto something that could retire your parents. Make sure that they don't have to work anymore. And that same skill of looking after your parents, the same skill of building yourself up, also make sure your future wife and kids are well taken care of from someone that they respect, because you respect yourself. When you're playing video games for most of the day, you're not a person that you can respect yourself, let alone a woman, let alone your kids. And if you can't respect yourself, then no way is your wife going to respect you. And when your family doesn't respect you, now you need more of an escape. Maybe you need twice as much the video games because the people in your life don't respect you. You're spending real money to buy fake money to make progress in your video games. How are they ever going to respect you? If you're building something, a brand, a business, a body of art, a body of work, don't let your bad habits run it. Make clear choices, do them on purpose. I help creators and coaches turn their choices into stories that get the right customers. If that sounds like you, then please check the link in the description, but you don't have to. But be honest with yourself. What are you using to cope that's quietly costing you your future?